morning, everyone. Welcome to our event, Bridging the Gap, Women in Next Generation Aerospace and Aviation Manufacture. We're very happy for everyone to join us today because we think this is a very important topic and conversation to have about gender diversity in aerospace and aviation manufacturing. Women make up only 28% of the global STEM workforce, with a lower representation in engineering and tech. The numbers are even more concerning in leadership roles, where only 5 to 7% of senior positions in aerospace are held by women. And so this tells us, while progress has been made over the years, there's still much work still to do. So what really happens? Where do women drop off? What's going on? So while I was researching this, I found out that despite early interest in STEM topics, many women don't transition into the careers. So this is basically because of many factors such as bias, discrimination, lack of support, etc., that we're going to cover. So even for those who enter the field, career progression is much slower and leads to fewer women, for instance, in leadership or mentorship roles. So addressing these challenges is very critical to ensure that while women are studying STEM subjects in school, that they manage to continue on progress into their careers and their journeys.
I've had multiple career positions, multiple journeys in different countries, in different industries. The first one was aerospace, and I was just freshly graduated as a manufacturing engineer. Then I did something a bit different with a company called Crossflow, who was designing a wind turbine. So all of a sudden, I was leaving aerospace, a great company with a lot of people, I think about 300 on the site, to a very small company, so only 3 people, me included. So kind of moving from big to small, different technology. And then I decided, this is great, why not move different country? So I moved to Sweden with my family, and there I found different positions as an office manager to start with, but then I kind of got into the project management and program management kind of side, and this company was making telecommunication devices, and now I'm back to aerospace. So I feel I've had like a very broad, very wide different positions. And I remember talking to some people when I started working and say, I still realized that people in the 50s, they work in the same company for their whole career. Some people still do, but you will have different journeys, you'll have different jobs, but completely different thinking and industries and everything. And somehow, I'm probably about halfway through my working career, and I've seen that already. I've held so many positions, met so many people, and I think this is what I want to kind of give some insight is: trust your instinct. Somehow it's not easy to change, it's not easy to move, it's not easy to have something completely different thrown at you, but trust your instinct and surround yourself with the people that inspire you. Male, female, it doesn't matter. And I've had the opportunity and the privilege to know a few of those people that really pushed me to do this, try that, and try. I think this is the key, to try things, make your own path.
So my name is Yota Lili. I'm a research and development project manager at eBOS. And in Caelestis, we lead, let's say, the cybersecurity part of the project. We basically provide recommendations that has to do with privacy, data protection, ethics. I strongly believe that there is a need for more women in decision-making positions. And it's another challenge that I find essential is that there are always emerging trends in cybersecurity, in AI, software development, And there is always a continued learning process that everybody needs to go through. And it's good to be more recognized when it comes to women. So we should be able to understand and encourage mentorship, networking, and representation of women in tech and aerospace fields, of course. And, as I believe that we are the pillars of next gen aviation, and we should be part of this evolution.
I was the first person who been graduated from my family and being evolved as a person in the aviation business. So choosing aviation, as you know, it is it's not a conventional path for many. Especially if you look back to my hometown or the places where I come from, the career opportunities are very limited uh, for the aviation professionals. I think even today the situation is not been changed much. It's became an uncommon choice, particularly for women. The industry is often it is being perceived as a male dominated, with barriers to entry and the growth in the industry. So as a woman in aerospace, I understand there are a lot of hurdles of establishing oneself in a traditionally male dominated field. However, I strongly believe there is no gender for talent. There is no gender for determination. So there is no gender for passion for in the complete ecosystem. So so these are some of the advices which I would like to share with everyone. Of course, believe in your capabilities. You have the potential. Don't look for any sort of validation, external validation. Don't look for any perfectionism in any activities. You start doing the things, and down the line you will become an expert, and you will excel in the sector which you are working on. Seek the mentors and supportive professionals, and of course challenge the norms and contribute for the sustainable aviation. Embrace lifelong learning. Always be open for learning something very new.
Generally speaking, women after postdoctoral stage, especially when they are more than 25 years, when they are starting their career consolidation, at this stage, the gender gap or the glass ceiling is aggravated. Since many women become mothers and they need measures to reconcile work and family life. An advice for young people who are entering in the field should be to strengthen the sense of belonging to the company or to the field and don't fall into the imposter syndrome. Not undervalue yourself, accept your real talent, and don't try to be a superwoman. You must delegate some home family tasks to balance your work and family life.
The aviation sector is definitely it's evolving, and more women are taking leadership roles in aerospace companies. If you see the example of SpaceX, or if you see the examples of the Airbus or Boeing, the top level or the top level management or the leadership role are giving some kind of mandatory requirements for the women to be in the leadership role.
I think the question is not to start from the top or the bottom. It has to start from somewhere. It doesn't matter where, to kind of start putting or kind of inspiring people in general, men and women alike, to say that it's there should not be any restrictions on what a woman can do or cannot do, and starting from the top, or from inspiring young girls when they start their own studies and everything, to kind of just get the word out. I think this is what is the most important, is to get the word out.
One of the barriers is that boys from a very young age at school, they don't understand the gender pay gap and unequal promotions between genders, resulting, let's say, women earning less and being promoted at a slower rate than men in similar roles. We also have in many countries seen that there is a work-life balance challenge because through our work and in aviation in general and manufacturing, due to the complexity of the work, we understand that there are demanding schedules, there are sometimes frequent traveling, and in some countries there is a lack of family-friendly policies, I would say, so that make career advancement a little bit more difficult than other people. So limited access as well to STEM education, as I said, and technical training discourages young women from entering aerospace and contributing to the gender gap in specialized field.